back day gains. So I normally start off with a cable, but I had a rack and I just off of inspiration decided to just camp out there. So I actually started off with deadlifts. I did 135 a deficit, and I did 185 and 225, and then 275, I believe. And this is 315. I didn't know how many I was gonna get, but I ended up knocking out a set of 8 after the first couple reps. Felt strong, and just wanted to keep the form. So with the earlier sets, I was focusing on putting a little bit of energy into the back. The deadlift is not just a glute hamstring exercise; this is also a back exercise. And at lighter loads, I'm able to really push the pump in the back. So just kind of getting the upper body contraction. And with the heavier wheels, I'll just focus on getting some really good reps and keeping the form and staying safe for my lower back. And this was a fun one. So I've been having a little inspiration with the landmine. And so with the row, I loaded up and I used the grips from the Max 90 Advantage. And it was just a neutral row. And so the hinge of the pull ended up dropping it right in the lat area. So I definitely felt that, and I coupled that with a band pronated row. So from the lat area, this one's getting into the rear delt connection. So yeah, those extra little rear delt parts. So you get that from there. So towards the end of the set, I really wanted to focus on getting the hold and the squeeze. So that's what you would consider an isotonic contraction. And so that's actually a great way to ensure that you're getting those little feathered striations in pretty much everything. So anytime you're working with the band, again, the band's trying to get back to its original length and it's vibrating in place. So that actually helps to shred out a little bit more. So made a point to start using a lot of bands now where I'm actually trying to get pretty lean. All right, and so in this one, I actually started off with the reverse fly. And so, which is normally a chisel, but later on I was planning to get to the bicep curl. So from here, I rolled into the low row, which is definitely a power move, and the biceps really start to get involved. And then the finale of this particular day was the bicep curl. Again, trying to get 3 sets of curls in every day, at least. All right, and this move, I realized that I hadn't really done it in the last, all that often in the last month. I just been playing around with the landmine a lot. But there's nothing that gets into that Christmas tree area and shreds it up like the seated low row machine. So even if you do the low row on the one of the cables, like from a cable stack, it's not the same as actually using a low row machine. And so it's something about the connectivity and the focus of the heavier weight stack that you're able to really pull out those details. This is kind of a variation of a hideaway curl where you get into the complete rotation. And with this one, I wanted to pull back a little bit more too in that long position. So flexing the tricep, but also getting into the rear delt, holding that energy, and then just getting a really good squeeze at the top. So playing around with the halves. So this is a 22.5 dumbbell. I don't want to go too heavy. I had a true arm day yesterday, but I did want to get some really focused contractions just to try and really encourage all those rips to come out, and that got the job done.